The 2015-2016 season is underway at the Palau Blaugrana. Today on Barca TV, we'll take a look at the first of our professional teams, which has gone back to work. We're talking about the handball team, Pasqui's dream team. The team which made history last season by winning all of the 7 titles they competed for. This season they want to extend this incredible run, this impressive winning stretch. So far they've won 2 more titles, the Catalan and the Spanish Super Cups, both against Granollers. Many challenges ahead, the beginning of the league, the Champions League and the Clubs World Cup. Let's get started.
Penso que és algo que quedarà per la història sempre, no? Potser no en som conscients, ni en serem conscients aquest mateix any, i crec que en els propers anys ens en donarem compte, no? Poder fer una temporada com l'anterior és pràcticament irrepetible, és una cosa molt complicada i que ens apropa a ser un dels millors equips que ha tingut el Barça d'handbol de la seva història, no? Però com sempre sabem, amb això de l'esport, això és el passat, li donarem molt més valor en el futur del que potser li donem ara, i Déu-n'hi-do el valor que la gent li ha donat, no? Però en sabem que això quedarà sempre marcat a la història del club.
Yes, very happy to look back on the season, 7 out of 7 titles. Let's see if I can remember everything that's happened to us this year. And I'd like to start with the Catalan Cup. As I say, we started the season with the Catalan Cup. We beat Granollers in the final. And I think that's when the story of the season really began for us. Then we went on to win the Super Globe in Doha. This is the World Club Cup. And over there we were up against some great teams from Europe and elsewhere. And always got great teams involved in this tournament. Very tough indeed. And the league season still hadn't started at that point. We won the Handball Super Cup, that's the Spanish Super Cup, and we beat Granollers to win that. So that made it 3 trophies that we won before the Spanish league season had actually got underway, and that was fundamental. As in the Catalan Cup, we faced Granollers in the final, and we had to get through a semi-final as well in that competition. That was in Leon. The final was very tough early on, but in the end we actually won the trophy. And the most important thing was that just before Christmas, closing out the year, we were lucky and strong enough to have won 4 titles up to that time in the season. But we just concentrated on the next job in hand, And what was that? Well, it was to win the league, which is always fundamental because many people think it's easy for us. The league, La Liga Sobal, is very important for me, and this is the 5th league in a row for us. So we've won these 5 titles this season, then there was the Copa del Rey, and that was the final effort of the season. Everyone was looking forward to the holidays after all the work we put in all year, and it was very hard to win the Copa del Rey final. I want to make that very clear indeed. You can't just carry on winning by going out there on court. You have to concentrate, you have to be strong. And, well, that was our final title. But I want to finish this address by talking about the European Cup. So we changed the order of the trophies a little. So now we come to the trophy that they call the big one, and just the size of it tells you a lot about it. And this was so important to us this year. We were really up for it, and in the end we were able to put it here in the trophy cabinet here in the Club Museum at Football Club Barcelona. It was spectacular. We're happy to be champions of Europe again, and all of us united together, we all won this great title. And it's not just this title, because if we go back to the start of the season, each title has its story and every one of them is very important to us, but winning all 7 titles says a lot about this team. Says a lot about the dressing room and says a lot about the staff as well. Everyone.
Està clar que nosaltres sempre pensem que tenim opcions de guanyar en tots els títols, no? Una cosa és tenir opcions, tenir eines, i després una altra cosa és el que passa durant la temporada, el que tu treballes i que puguis aconseguir-ho. Però sí que sempre m'enorgulleix una cosa d'aquest grup, que és que s'ho deixa tot a la pista, no? Jo estic orgullós de l'equip amb les derrotes també, sempre i quan les derrotes es produeixin com s'han produït en els darrers anys quan n'hi ha hagut. Si l'equip s'ho deixa tot, tots cometem errades, jo el primer. Els partits de pretemporada o aquests partits a mi em serveixen de poquet, no? Només són petits tests. Em fio més de com funciona la dinàmica del funcionament de l'equip, de com entrenem. I el que està clar és que quan tu fas canvis en un equip o apareix gent important, o que en teoria ha de ser important en l'equip, això vol dir que afecta sempre la columna vertebral. Quan afecta la columna vertebral, els canvis i el joc sempre costen més de que surtin, doncs perquè hi ha gent que en teoria és més important en el desenvolupament de la construcció del joc, i això fa que per nassos l'única forma que tinguis de poder-ho treballar és posant-hi més hores, no? No estem en situació de fer un handball extraordinari ara mateix, sinó que estem intentant, amb els automatismes que ja tenim, anar integrant a la gent per poder competir i després durant la temporada anar creixent, no? Però en soc molt conscient d'on venim i soc molt conscient que aquest inici de temporada no serà fàcil per nosaltres i és el que toca quan un equip s'ha d'anar refent, no? Perquè hem de ser un equip amb construcció constant i posar jugadors importants a dintre del funcionament del grup.
With the signing of Philip Yeaher, Barca's handball team has put the icing on the new squad, which will look to extend the team's success after winning 7 out of 7 titles. The challenges are again huge, and Xavi Pascual has designed a strong and diverse unit. There are 17 players in the team, one more than last season. Joan Salvic and Nikola Karabatic have left, and new arrivals include Yeaher, Croatian right-back Marko Kopiar and line player Kamil Sipšak. Muscle and talent in abundance to extend the success achieved during the last 2 seasons, in which the team has taken away 13 out of 14 possible titles. The first pre-season test in Germany showed that Lassa will look to contend for everything, but that it's also a long road towards repeating last season's supremacy.
I respecte dels 3 nous, doncs són 3 jugadors diferents. En aquest cas, el Philip, un jugador que hem de veure com evoluciona el seu estat de la lesió, però tenim plena confiança en que recuperarà bé i que ens podrà portar una cosa que ens fa falta a l'esquerra, que és llançament exterior i una mica de 1 contra 1. A més, un jugador complet que ataca i defèn i no en tinc cap dubte del seu rendiment, però evidentment passarà temps. I respecte als altres dos, bueno, el Marco és un jugador que ve d'un equilibri a l'equip, no? Per nosaltres el Quiro en atac és fonamental, però està clar que tindre un jugador que pugui defendre en el 3, que pugui jugar en el lateral, que pugui defendre en el 2, que ens aporti llançament exterior quan faci falta, és d'aquest jugador que pots tindre plena confiança en ell, tàcticament és molt correcte, a lo que ve a portar-nos sabem perfectament per què l'hem portat i està complint. I el Kamil és, per mi, pot arribar a ser el millor pivot del món en poc temps. Crec que li falta aterrar, saber d'on ve, més que saber d'on ve, saber on està. És un nano molt jove, però és un nano amb un futur increïble, ràpid, amb ganes de treballar, molt integrat a dintre del grup i, bueno, confiança en que els tres jugadors ens aportin. El que passa és que, torno a repetir-te, que haurem de tenir paciència amb ells, no?
We'll get used to pronouncing his name correctly, and we appreciate his patience.
Kamil Sipshak.
Sipshak.
Sipshak, yes. This is correct. I know it's not so easy, but...
Sipshak. Kamil Sipshak. Okay. This is the correctly pronounced.
Kamil has talked to us about what it means to sign for Barca.
It was easy. It was easy to choose. Not everybody can have this option. For me, like I said, it was like a dream, and now when I catch the offer from FC Barcelona, it was the most concrete. They put everything on the paper, and it was so quick, and for me it was really professional.
The Polish line player believes that he can win a spot in the team. His abilities are compatible with the other line players in the squad.
As everybody knows, I'm so high, so words, it's not so much the so high pivots. Here in the team we have Jesper Nadesbo and Sorrento. They are, I can say, a little bit smaller, but they are big guys, of course. But I think I have something different what they have, because for me the team can pass the ball just to the air, and it will be easy for me to catch, and with them we can play something different. So I think this is good thing to have on team.
Kamil is the second Polish player to ever play for Barca's handball team. The first was Bogdan Venta, who was at the club between 1993 and 1995. Sipshak hopes to fit in well as his first moments as a Blaugrana show.
Estic molt feliç de jugar aquest equip i de formar part d'aquest club. Hello, everybody. Yeah.
Referring to Marko Kopliar means talking about one of European handball's best players. The Croatian player, former Zagreb and PSG, is one of the new faces for Barca Lassa's 2015-2016 squad, known that coming to Barcelona is moving a step forward.
When you come to a club like Barcelona, you don't expect to play 60 minutes. You expect, or you wish to win. And for that you have to sacrifice some things. Here it's going to be minutes. But I think the three of us are different, but complementary to each other. Barcelona has had a really good defense, especially last year. I watched a lot of games, so I just hope we can adjust to that system and continue to play the same.
In handball, Barcelona and Croatia have long-lasting links. The Barcelona versus Battle Zagreb rivalry at the end of the 90s is legendary. Back then, a young Kopliar wasn't a huge handball follower as he practiced other sports.
Well, I have to be honest, when I was younger I was more into other sports. I started playing handball at like 13, 14, so at that time I didn't really watch it. Of course everybody was watching, so I was too, but at that time I wasn't that interested with it. But later on I found some cassettes, and I watched the games, and it was really good games.
I'm really happy to be here and to sit in the front of you and sitting and
thinking Barcelona right now, and that's really a huge honor for me to be here and play for this famous club, and that's one chapter in my career went. I spent 10 years in Germany, where is handball really very nice, and but I'm really looking forward to being here, to living here in Spain and working for this club. And I think the goals why I'm here, Basket and his team did it last year in Cologne with the win this Champions League Final Four, and I could win it twice, and I would really be happy if I could help the team to defend this title again.
Per nosaltres tots els títols són importants, i aquest és el gran problema potser que té l'exterior nostre, no? No parlo de dintre, sinó de fora del club o de fora del que seria el culer. La gent no li dona... Moltes vegades és molt fàcil treure-li mèrit a les coses i no donar-li importància. Estic convençut que el dia que la perdem, esperem que no passi, llavors se li donarà una importància capital, com passa sempre. Això a nosaltres no ens ha de preocupar. Nosaltres l'únic que ens ha de preocupar és intentar fer-ho el millor possible.
On the 18th of May of 2013 in Logroño, Barca's handball team fell in a 33-31 defeat. The team was already mathematically league champion, and that loss prevented them from a 100% winning record that season. But the future ahead was bright. Since then, more than 2 years have gone by, and Pasqui's side have not faced defeat in the Spanish league. 61 consecutive victories and the possibility of breaking a new record. In the 2010-2011 season, Ciudad Real visited Barcelona riding on a run of 67 league wins in a row. That day, Barca fought hard for victory and broke that record, which still stands. It's a new challenge for a team which has become used to devouring statistics. Since that defeat in Logroño more than 2 years ago, the team has advanced undefeated through 2 whole seasons, claiming all 60 points up for grabs in both of them, achieving wins in every arena and cruising by rivals with dominance but also with maximum respect. In addition, the 2015-2016 league could see Lassa mark yet another milestone. No other team in the Asobal era has won 6 consecutive leagues. So far, the Blaugranas have 5, and if anyone's capable of doing it, it's Xavi Pasqual's side.
Jo penso que nosaltres hem d'anar poquet a poquet, ser conscients que aquest any guanyar la Champions és molt complicat, que és un objectiu, que el tenim allà, que ens fa molta il·lusió, però el primer que farem és, quan hi hagi el primer partit a Camp del Rei-Neckar, intentar anar a mort allà per intentar sumar els 2 punts. No ens ha de preocupar res més. Crec que ni en un grup ni en l'altre cap dels equips que arribin a quedar primers quedaran imbatuts, és pràcticament impossible. Vaja, jo crec que amb el grup que s'ha muntat, guanyar fora de casa serà una bogeria. És més, crec que guanyant potser 3 partits fora de casa pots arribar a ser primer, perquè la gent a casa amarrarà moltíssim i, bueno, no sé, em queda bastant lluny encara la Champions, la veritat.
Well, this was just a few weeks ago, Victor Tomàs lifting the Champions League trophy after Barca beat Veszprém in the final in Cologne. The ambition of players and staff will be to retain that trophy come next May. It will be a long journey with many teams to face on the way. And in the group stage, Barca's opponents will include the following teams. Kielce of Poland, Barca beat them in the semi-finals to win this year's trophy. They'll be a tough prospect with Dushabayev as coach, and players such as Aguinalde, they'll be among the favourites to win the competition next year. Vardar of Macedonia are another top team. They spent heavily on players of the calibre of former Barca keeper Arpad Sterbik. Kielce denied them a place in the Final Four last season. Former Spain coach Juan Carlos Pastor is in charge of Pic Szeged, a club coming out of the shadow of Veszprém in Hungary. Familiar faces on the court include Jonas Kalman, Jose Manuel Serra and Antonio Garcia. Kolding are one of only 2 teams who took points off Barca last season, and they will be confident of reaching the knockout stages based on their strong home form. Barca have history with Rhein-Neckar-Löwen. The Blaugrana came from 7 goals behind to reach the Final Four 2 seasons ago, and a Victor Tomàs goal on the buzzer was controversially disallowed in another exciting encounter. Uwe Gensheimer is the main attacking threat of the German team. Montpellier, they were pipped for the French league title by PSG. They last played Barca in 2012 in the last 16 of the Champions League. The French team won the first leg, but the Blaugrana won the return game by a massive 16 goals. Barca have never played Kristianstad, who have just won the league in Sweden, where the runners-up were Helsingborg.
Sempre s'ha de tindre en clar que no podem canviar peces importantíssimes per l'equip i que això no es noti. Es notarà sempre, siguin millors o pitjors els que arribin, siguin més o menys jugadors, això es notarà. I l'única forma que hi ha de fer-ho és posant-hi hores d'entrenament. Aquest any és complicat perquè hi ha moltes competicions, la Champions s'endureix moltíssim, el grup és terrible i els jugadors, a part del que tenen amb nosaltres, tenen competicions molt importants a nivells de seleccions. I això afectarà, això ho sabem, i el que hem de fer és tindre el cap fred, saber quan ha d'estar l'equip bé, no preocupar-nos i seguir treballant, seguir la nostra línia, i està clar que quan juguem un títol, com per exemple vam fer amb el Granollers l'altre dia a la Supercopa, hi haurà moments que sabrem que haurem de tirar una miqueta de la casta, de l'orgull, els automatismes que teníem l'any passat, i potser l'equip que estigui al camp sigui un equip que no sigui el que la gent està veient, però que en aquells moments sigui el més resultadista, com va passar ahir, que vam acabar jugant tota la segona part amb la gent de l'any anterior i gairebé sense canvis, quan és una cosa que normalment no fem, però és el que toca ara mateix fins que no estigui tothom integrat.
Football Club Barcelona Lassa's handball team kicked off their season in Sant Cugat, where Xavi Pasqual's men faced a side competing 3 divisions below. This was the semi-final of the Catalan Super Cup, coming just 2 months after the team completed a historical 7 out of 7 in trophies. It was also the first opportunity to see some of the squad's new faces like pivot Kamil Sipchak and left fullback Marco Copliar. The game was dominated right from the initial whistle by the Blaugranas, and it ended in a 16-42 rout, putting Pasqui's team in the final, where they'd face Catalan rivals Granollers once again. This was a repeat of the Copa del Rey final that both sides played in the month of June, a very disputed matchup which the Blaugranas were only able to seal with a 1-goal difference. In the Catalan Super Cup final, though, Lassa dominated throughout the whole 60 minutes. Final result, 35-21, in a game in which Rutenka was the top scorer with 6 goals. It wasn't an easy game for Lassa, but Xavi Pasqual's men fought through and managed to lift yet another trophy, the Spanish Super Cup. The Blaugranas had already taken on Granollers a few days before in the final of the Catalan Super Cup. Then they took away the win with authority, but this time the script didn't go the same way, and Pasqui's players had to grind out the win in front of a tough opponent. Final result, 26-23. It was a very even contest throughout the first 30 minutes, with Gonzalo Pérez de Vargas guarding Barca's goal with extraordinary effort. On the attacking side, Lazarov was the main weapon. The Macedonian once again exhibited his skill and strength on the offense and was selected man of the match. I believe in this team. I have a lot of ambition to repeat what we did last season. It's going to be difficult, of course. Before the break, it seemed like the Blaugranas could take off with a 4-0 run, but a gritty Granollers managed to fight back to make it 13-12 as the teams hit the dressing room. The second half was also very evenly matched, but Lassa was able to kick it up a gear at a physical level. In spite of the resilience of Granollers, the Blaugranas played calmly, not taking any risks, with wise decision-making in a very demanding game. Well, we're very happy to have won the Super Cup. It's an important title for us. We're starting the season, and it was one of our objectives. Victor Tomás, Sigurdsson and Nordesbo appeared on scene in the second half to hand out the final blows to a Granollers side, which didn't go down easily. People want us to come into the first game and win by 15 in the first half, 15 in the second half, not taking into account who we're playing against and that we're a team in the building stages. And even so, we've won 2 very important games. With the second title of the season secured, Xavi Pasqual's team is once again ready to contend for every title at stake. That's all from us here at Barca TV with this special look at what's ahead for our handball team. We wish them all the luck in the world as they go into this new season. Let's hope that they can offer us something similar to what they did last season. A perfect season which is summed up in one image, 7 Barca players selected in the ideal lineup for last year's Asobal League. We'll follow them this upcoming season on Barca TV.
Pero